Welcome back to episode 95 of the Neutral Corner. I'm Michael Montero for Boxing Monthly Magazine, and now we're going to preview the action coming up this week. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about here. Some good action this week, starting on Tuesday, September 19th, PBC on Fox Sports 1 from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. In the main event, Mario Barrios going up against Naeem Nelson, 10 rounds, 140 pounders. Now on Friday, September 22nd, it's another Top Rank on ESPN card from Tucson, Arizona. In the main event, Oscar Valdez is taking on Genesis Servania, defending his WBO featherweight title. In the co-main, it's Gilberto Ramirez against Jesse Hart. I like that matchup, defending his WBO super middleweight title. For Oscar Valdez, I think that he's the guy in that division. I think, the future of that division. I think there's a lot of talent, and obviously we got to see these guys all fight each other. I just like Oscar Valdez's style when it comes to the pros. He's just got that pro style I like. I love the way he goes about training. For Gilberto Ramirez, I'm just not that high on him. I just has the looks the part. There's a lot to like there if you're a promoter. There's a lot that you can work with there if you're a promoter of this guy. And Bob Arum loves him for a lot of reasons. But Jesse Hart's a live dog in that fight. I think Ramirez will probably skate by. I like Valdez big. I think Ramirez will skate by. But Hart is a live dog in that fight. As I've said many, many times recently, super middleweight, wide open, and I don't know who the top player in that division is. Now, Saturday, we have a few cards. Over in Manchester and on Integrated Sports pay-per-view, Joseph Parker going up against Hughie Fury. Parker's defending his WBO heavyweight title. And this is just an interesting fight, man. Parker is one of those guys that so far has showed some toughness in the ring. He's so far has had a chin. We've seen him take some good shots. Seems to have some nice fighter instincts. I just don't know about the guy's stamina, and he's really sloppy and rough around the edges. His technique isn't very tight, and I haven't seen a lot of improvement. When he was first starting out, there was a point where him and Anthony Joshua, in terms of when they were just both really just prospects, I thought Parker was further ahead because he had faced the better opposition as a prospect. Joshua had fought just nothing but cans, and Parker fought some good quality fighters. But since that point, man, he's just kind of plateaued. And I just don't know what's there with him. I don't know if he has that extra thing. He's matched tough here. And he's going to the UK to fight Fury. So he's going to have to bring his judges with him. Not that I'm saying there's any craziness going on here. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying this is on Fury's home turf. Remember, his Tyson Fury, his cousin, was briefly the heavyweight champion of the world. So the Furies are known. They're a name. Now, what we don't know is how Fury's going to look against the best opponent of his career. Now, we saw Parker look pedestrian against Andy Ruiz to win this title last year, but good enough to beat him. What we don't know yet, was Andy Ruiz his best opponent as a pro, or is Hughie Fury his best opponent as a pro? That's what we're going to find out Saturday. And I'm interested in this fight. I guess I'll try to find a stream of it, or I'll find it on YouTube or something. But look, I love the heavyweights. I think that the division is exciting right now. There's a lot going on. Is the winner of this fight ready to face Anthony Joshua? No. But the winner of this fight, depending who it is, let's look, if Hughie Fury wins down the line, that's a big fight with Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. Joseph Parker, though, he's trained in Nevada. He's familiar working over here, training over here in the States. If he should win, maybe he could unify with Deontay Wilder. That'd be a doable fight, I think, over here. So there's options. Look, Bob Arum has options on Joseph Parker, and supposedly he's copacetic now with Uncle Al. So maybe if Wilder's successful in his next defense and Parker is here, maybe we get a unification between those two next year. I know, probably a long shot. I'm just putting it out there. Now, we have a couple of cards here in the U.S. In San Antonio, it's the World Boxing Super Series, quarterfinals again. This is the cruiserweight tournament. Yunier Dorticos is going up against Dmitry Kudryashov. He's defending his WBA cruiserweight title. Also on this card, Nonito Donaire fighting in a 10-round featherweight fight. When this fight was first announced, Kudryashov has a lot of people who are very excited because he's such a powerful puncher. And a lot of people thought that he was just going to plow right through Dorticos, who has not been very active. But Dorticos can box. Good amateur career, he can box. On paper and just on the surface, he should win this fight by decision. It'll be interesting to see if Kudryashov can land that big punch, that big eraser. And it wouldn't surprise me to see him down on the cards in the mid to late rounds, land a crazy haymaker punch out of nowhere and just knock this guy out. But if Dorticos' chin holds up, I think he's going to outbox Kudryashov and win a comfortable decision. That's just what I see, man. That's just what I see. Maybe I'll be proven wrong here. I'm not that high on Kudryashov yet. I'm not that high on either of these fighters. I don't favor either of them to win this tournament, obviously. I just think Dorticos has more levels as a boxer, and that's why I favor him in this fight. Now here in California, in Inglewood, at the Forum, the Forum in Inglewood, probably about 10 miles, maybe not even that far, maybe 10 miles from where I live here in Koreatown, something like that. That's where we'll be this Saturday. Jorge Linares taking on Luke Campbell, defending his WBA and linear lightweight title. Luke Campbell, UK fighter. A lot of people wonder, why isn't this fight in the UK? And I haven't been able to get a straight answer, because in the UK it would have sold well, and they're going to have to give away tickets here at this fight at the Forum. They're scaling down the Forum already as it is. It's just not a high demand fight here, and we just had Superfly a week or so ago. So, you know, there's just, and then before that we had Cotto, Miguel Cotto fought StubHub. So there's a lot going on here in LA. We have 2 professional football teams playing now. This is going to be a tough sell, real tough sell. Why did they go to the UK? Well, I think it had to come down to scheduling issues. Obviously, this is on HBO, Championship Boxing, right? And they're going to do the replay of Canelo Golovkin. So if you had this fight over in the UK and you did this, you know, live broadcast of that fight at 2 o'clock here in Los Angeles, it'd probably be 5 o'clock p.m. in New York. It just kind of doesn't make sense to do, you know, that live broadcast in the afternoon, then do like a tape delay with the Canelo and Golovkin replay later at night. It's just better to do the thing live so that the HBO feed is plugged in and you could go boom, boom, from one to the other. You can have the commentators there talking about the Canelo Golovkin scoring and all that. You know, obviously they didn't know that was going to happen when they scheduled this. I'm just saying, from a scheduling standpoint and everything else, I get it. Plus, Jorge Linares is a Golden Boy Promotions fighter, and Golden Boy is located here in Los Angeles. Jorge Linares, you know, does have somewhat of a name among the boxing fans here in SoCal. I'm not saying he's a big ticket seller here, but the fans do know him. He has fought in LA several times, and he put on some really great fights here in LA. He had a bloody war a few years back with Antonio DeMarco, I believe it was, at Staples Center. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I was there for that one, and man, what a fight that was. So I get it. They want to bring him back here. Linares has been the road warrior recently. He's not from America. He doesn't live in LA, but if he wants to come here and do a fight, Golden Boy wants to put it on here. He's the champ. I get it. Not going to do a big crowd or anything like that, but it should do a pretty good rating combined with the Canelo Golovkin replay. And obviously, when this fight was first signed, a lot of people sighed. They thought it was going to be a one-sided drubbing. Look, man, I like Luke Campbell. He's a good quality fighter. He's tall. He's skilled. He does have a pedigree. He knows how to fight a little bit, how to box. And I favor Linares, obviously, and I favor him big. He should control this fight and win big. But Campbell is not a slouch, and I do think he'll pose a reasonable challenge. And maybe part of bringing this fight here to Los Angeles was getting it out of the UK, where Campbell would have been even more comfortable. Now you're forcing Campbell to travel on the road over here and fight for the first time, as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, outside the UK, the first time in America and Los Angeles. It's going to be a very, very pro-Linares house. So you're making him as uncomfortable as you possibly can. I think that had something to do with it because they know Campbell's no slouch. He's a good quality fighter. I expect him to give Linares a push. But obviously, in the end, I think Linares is going to win here. He's either going to win a clear, wide decision or possibly stop Campbell late. We'll find out. So guys, that's it for the action coming up this week. I'm tired. It's been a crazy few days. I'm going to try to get some rest and catch up. I'll see you guys there who are going to the Linares-Campbell fight. Come say hi. I'll be there ringside. And let me know what you guys think. Comment below, like, share, subscribe, get the word out about the channel. You know the deal. More to come about the MOB shirts. I'll be doing a video giving all the breakdown of that. I'll see you guys at the fights.